Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 and then click on view all lessons, right? So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter addition. So basically we're going to learn how do we add 3-digit numbers, 4-digit numbers, right? Let's start with the examples. How do we add 3-digit numbers, 2-digit, 3-digit number, right? Okay, let me just write down the name. That is add two numbers up to 3 digits. So we are going to add two numbers that have 3 digits, right? Okay, so for example, you have to add, right? How do you add? That is 341 and 500. How do you add? So they are already written one above the other, right? You have to start adding from the rightmost digit. So you have 1 plus 0 is 1, right? Then you have to add the digits that are at the tens position. So 4 plus 0 is adding 0 means the number is exactly same. So 4 plus 0 is 4 and 5 plus 3 is 8. Very good. That would be 841, right? Let's just do another example. You have to add 233 and plus 662. So which is the correct option? How do you add? So you have to start adding from the ones digit. So 3 plus 2 makes 3 plus 2 makes 5. Then 6 plus 3 makes 9, and then 6 plus 2 makes very good 8. So when you have to add 233 and 62, the correct option is 805, right? The correct option is 895, right? Just do one more example. You have to add that is 602 plus 143. So how do you add? Which is the correct option? So it is, you have to start adding from ones digit. 3 plus 2 makes 5. 4 plus 0 is 4 and 6 plus 1 is 7. Yes, that would be 745, right? This way we can add 3-digit numbers, right? This is very easy. I don't think if you have any problem with adding the numbers, right? Let's just see the next name of the next lesson is addition input output tables up to 3 digits, right? So how do we handle input output tables for the 3-digit numbers, right? Okay, let's just see how do we work on the input output tables. Okay, let's just start with the examples. Okay, Okay, hold on. Okay, so for example, you are given with a table and you are given with input rule also, right? Input and output table you are given, right? So the input is 225, 394, 454 and 564, right? You have to add, the rule is you have to add 100 to find the input, right? That means you have to add with the number, the first number in the input column, that is 800, 225. You have to add 100 to each number, right? So 225 plus 100 is, yes, that is 325. So here you have 325, right? Then you have 394. So you have to add 100 to every number, right? That would be 494. So here you have 494. Then you have 554 plus 100, it is 654. Then you have 764 plus 100, it will be 864. That's how you add that's how we work on the input output tables, right? Nothing new here. You just have to follow the rule and you have to complete the table, right? Let's just do another example. Very good, everyone. Okay, let's just do another example. You have to, you are given the input values. You have to calculate the output values. They are 133, 152, 747 and 421. You have to add. The rule is you have to add 100, right? Okay, which is the correct option? You have to add 100 to every value, right? How do you calculate? How do you complete the table? Yes, 100 time 133 plus 100 is 233, right? 747 plus 100 is 847. 421 plus 100 is 521, right? So this is the way to work on the input output tables. You just have to follow the rule, right? You have to add 100 to each input value to get the output value, right? Okay, let's just do one more example. Okay, you're given the input table. Okay, the values in the input table are 898, 475, 58, 276. The rule is same. You have to add 100 to each input value to calculate the output value, right? So how do you complete the table? Yes, it would be 898 plus 100 is 998. Then 475 plus 100 is 575. Then 58 plus 100 is 158. Then 276 plus 100 is 376, right? So you have to add 100 to each input value to complete the output values, right? Let's just start. We will do the practice questions of all the lessons later, right? First we just go through the concept of all the lessons. The next one is add two numbers up to 3-digit numbers. Proper problem, you have to do the word problems on your own. The next one is complete the addition sentences, right? Let's just see how do we complete the sentences. Okay, so you are given with these addition sentences. you have to complete them, right? That means one of the number is missing. You have to calculate the missing number, right? Let's just start with the example. How do we complete the number? So for example, you are given 144 plus the missing number and their sum equals 917, right? So you are given one of the number and the sum of two numbers, right? How do you calculate the other number? How do you calculate the sum? You are given with a sum and one of the number, right? So what you have to do, you have to subtract what the given number out of the sum. You have to do 917 minus 144, right? You have to subtract them. 7 take away 4 is 3. You have to borrow 1. It makes 11 here. 11 take away 4 is 7 and 8 take away 1 is 7. That means that is 773. You can check by adding 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 4, 11, 1 and 1 carry 7, 8 and 9. That's how you find the missing number. What you have to do? You have to subtract the given number out of the sum. The sum is 917, right? So you have to subtract the given number out of the sum, right? Let's just do another example. $192 plus the missing number and the sum equals 363. So how do you find the missing number? So how do you find the missing number? That is exactly same we just did, right? You are given the sum and one of the number. You can find the other one by subtracting the given number out of the sum. So when you subtract, which is the correct option? Why you are subtracting wrong? You are not new to subtracting. 3 take away. You have to borrow 1. 6 is smaller number, isn't it? That means take away 9 is 7 and 2 minus 1 is 1. Right? That is 171. Be careful when subtracting, right? It is 171, right? Okay, let's just do another example, that is 437 plus the missing number and their sum equals 885. So which is the correct option? How do you find the missing number? Be careful when subtracting. How do you find the missing number? You have to subtract the given number out of the sum. You have to do 885 minus 437. Just listen to me carefully, right? You can see you are given 435, right? The other number is missing. You have to find the other number. And if you add 437 and the missing number, the answer equal 885, right? That is a question you are given. Now you have to find the missing number. If you add these two numbers, the sum is 885. How do you find the missing number? You have to subtract the given number out of the sum. You have to do 885 minus 437, right? When you subtract, you will find the other number. You cannot subtract 5 out of 7, so you have to borrow 1. That makes 15. 15 take away 7 is 8. 7 take away 3 is 4. And 8 take away 4 is 4. Yes, very good. That would be 448, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson. We'll do the practice questions later. The next one is balance addition equation, right? Let's just start with the how do you balance the equations, right? Okay. So balance equation means you have to balancing equation means the both sides of the equation must be equal, right? So now you are going to balance the addition sentences. For example, you have 244 plus missing number equals 631 plus 246, right? So what you have to do, you have to find the missing number, right? And you have an equality sign. That means the sum of both the numbers are exactly equal. So solve this side where you are given both the numbers. Let's just solve this one, just add them. 631 plus 246, just add. 7, 7, that is 877, right? Okay, hold on, hold on. I will explain again, right? Just listen to me carefully, right? The same question. Here is the same question, right? That is 244 plus the missing number equals 877. That is exactly same we did earlier, right? What you have to do? The sum of 244 and another number equals 877, right? You have to find the missing number. How do you find the missing number? You can have 877 by adding 244 and the missing number, right? So you can find the missing number by subtracting the given number out of the sum, right? Just subtract. 7 take away 4 is 3. 7 take away 4 is 3 and 8 take away 2 is 6. That means here the missing number is 244 plus 633 equals 877. Right? You hear, Judy? Can you hear me? And that is exactly same balancing the equation, right? That means if you add 633 to 244, their sum equals 877, and 877 is the sum of 631 and 246. You hear? Okay, let's just do another example and let's see how do we balance the equations, right? Balance means both sides must be equal. Okay, the next one is 342 plus 196 equals 103 plus the missing number. So what you have to do? First of all, you have to add both the numbers, right? Just add them. 196 plus 342. 6 plus 2 is 8. 7 plus 4 is 11. 1 and 1 carry. 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5. That would be 518, right? That is the sum of the. And you are given both sides are exactly equal. That means if you add 103 to a missing number, their sum must be 518. So how do you find the missing number? You can subtract the given number out of the sum, right? 8 minus 3 is 5, 1 minus 0 is 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. So that means if you add 415 to 103, both sides have the sum 518. You can check by adding. Just add 415 and 103. 5 and 3, 8. 1 plus 0, 1 and 4 and 1, 5. You can see if you add 103 and 415, both sides of exactly equal. Right. Okay. So let's just start with the practice questions, right? So here we are on grade 3 math. We're working on the chapter addition and we have covered so many lessons. They are around this much. Let's just start with the first lesson. We have already go through all the lessons, right? Sorry, that is addition. Hold on. Okay, let's just start with the first lesson. Add two numbers up to three digits. So you have to add two numbers that have three digits, right? We have done with some of the practice questions. You have to now write down the lessons in the chat box. Write down the answers in the chat box. So how do you add 632 and 235, which is the correct option? How do we add 632 plus 235 equals? When you add them together, they make 867, right? The second option is the correct one, 867. Okay, add 151 plus 756. How do you add? Which is the correct option? Very good. When you add, it makes 907. Option number one is the correct option. Please, you can first solve and then do not write answer right away. Think and then answer, right? Okay, add 736 plus 212 equals, which is the correct option? No, not the first one. Which is the correct option? You have to add, right? The correct option is 6 plus 2 is 8. That would be the last option, 948. When you add, the answer is 948, right? Okay, the next one is 948. The next one is 649 plus 267. So, which is the correct option? When you add them, the answer is, okay. Is it hard? No one is answering. So, start adding from the ones digit, right? 9 plus 7 makes 16. Write 6 here, carry 1. 6 plus 4, 10, 1, 11, 1 and 1 option. 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be 916, right? The correct option is 916. That would be the second option, right? Okay, the next one is 197 plus 658. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? The correct option is which option is the correct one? When you add, it makes 855, right? The correct option is option number one, right? Okay, you can complete the practice question for the lesson later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? And the next lesson is addition input output tables up to 3 digits. So we already know what are the input output table, right? And also we have done with examples, you know how to complete the input output table. Complete the table. You have to add 100. Which option is the correct one? Which option is the correct one when you add? One 96 plus 100 equals that would be 296, 335 and 674. The second option is the correct one, right? Complete the table. So which is the correct option? No, not times 100. You have to add them. You have to add 100 to every input value and you will get the output value, right? Not multiplying. You are just adding. It would be 686, 160 and 618. Option number one is the correct option. Complete the table. Which is the correct option? You have to add 100 to each value in the input table, right? You have to add 100, so it would be 994, 131 and 850, right? That would be the second option. Complete the table. You have to add to each input value to complete the table. So which is the correct option? Yes, it is. Option number one, 672, 351 and 697 is the correct option, right? Okay, complete the table. You have to add 100. So which is the correct option? You have to add 100 to each input value. So it would be 596, 177 and 398. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is add two numbers up to 3-digit word problems. You have to do word problems on your own. The next one is complete the addition sentences up to 3 digits, right? So how do you complete the sentences? Let's just start with the test questions. We've already did some of the examples from the lesson. Now let's just do more examples. Okay, find the missing number. You have a missing number. The other number you're given 110 and their sum is 981. How do you find the missing number? You have to subtract the given number out of the sum, right? The sum is 981. You have to subtract 110 out of 981, right? You have to do 981 minus 110, right? So 1 minus 0 is 1, 8 minus 1 7, and 9 minus 1 8. That means if you add 871 to 110, the answer would be 981. So the correct option is option number 1. 871 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, the next one is 110 plus missing number equals 867. So which is the correct option? How do you find the missing number? You have to subtract 110 out of 867, right? So the correct option is that would be 757. Very good. Okay, find the missing number. 278 plus missing number equals 804. So what is the correct, which is the correct option? You have to subtract 278 out of the, you have to do 804 minus 278, right? That would be 526, right? You just have to do 804 minus 278, nothing new. You cannot subtract 4 out of 8, you have to borrow 1. Here you already have 0, you have to borrow 1 from here, 7. It would be 10. You borrow 1 from 10. You're 9 here and 14 here, right? 14 take away 6 is 8. 9 take away 7 is 2 and 7 take away 2 is 5. So that would be 528. That means if you add 526, sorry. If you add 526, it would be 804, right? Okay, fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? You have to find a missing number. How do you find? would be 424, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next one. The next one is balance equations, right? Balance addition equations up to 3 digit, right? We have done some of the examples. We know how do we balance. Okay, balance means be same, right? So what you have to do, you have to solve the side where you are given both the numbers, right? Let's just add them. 595 and 263. 9 and 6, 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 858, right? You have a missing number here. We just did. If you have the sum of two numbers is given and one of the number is missing, how do you find the missing number? You have to subtract the given number out of the sum. So 8, you have to do 858 minus 190. So which is the correct option? It would be 8 minus 0 is 8. You cannot subtract 5 out of 9, so you have to borrow 1. It would be 15, take away 9 is 6, and 7 take away 1 is 6. That means the missing number that you add to 190 is 68. 68. If you add 668, the sum of the both sides must be 858. You can even check by adding, right? So that means the missing number is option number 1, 668. Okay. Which number makes the statement true? So which is the correct option? Yes, if you add, it would be 5 plus 0 is 5. 6 plus 3 is 9, 995. You have to find the missing number that when added to 9, 419 makes 995. So you have to subtract 419 out of 995, right? You cannot subtract 5, so you have to borrow 1, that makes 15. 15 take away 9 is 6. 8 take away 1 is 7, and 9 take away 4 is 5. That means the correct option is 576, right? The correct option is 576. Okay, which number makes the equation true? Which is the correct option? You have to add the given number, right? 8 plus 6 is 14, 4, 1 carry 5, 8 and 6 and 2, 8, 858. The sum of these two numbers is 858. How do you find the missing number? You just have to subtract the given one out of the sum, right? You cannot subtract 4 out of 5, you have to borrow 1. 14 take away 5 is 9. You cannot subtract 4 out of 6, you have to borrow 1. 14. 14 take away 6 is 8. And 7 take away 5 is 3. 2. That would be 289, right? The correct option is 289. Okay, the next one is 763 plus 231. Just add them. 499. You have to find the missing number. Just subtract 211 out of 994. That would be 4 minus 1, 3. 9 minus 1, 8. 9 minus 2, 7. So that means the missing number is 783. Right? Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we're working on grade 3 math. The chapter we're working on is addition. The lessons we have covered today are add two numbers up to 3 digits, addition, input output tables up to 3 digits, Complete the addition sentences up to 3 digits. Balance additions and equations up to 3 digits. And the one we just did is add three numbers up to 3 digits, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So please ask questions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.